Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Vishnu Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Asuto Sadis Isman Devangas Avaishana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki as confounder Deputy Founder Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Asuto Sadis Isman Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Shri Koshi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasri Bhaktivinoda Ki Shri Shivada Krishna Gopinath Shyamakun Radhakun Giri Govardhana Ki Mathura Vrindavan Dhama Ki Navadvip Mayapur Dhama Ki Jagannath Puri Dhama Ki ISKCON North Sydney Dhama Ki Jamuna Maya Ganga Maya Ki Srimad Tulsi Devi Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Sri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Sankirtan Yagya Ki Chancellor Book Distribution Ki Srila Prabhupada's Christmas Marathon Ki Chancellor Prasadam Distribution Ki Chancellor Cow Protection Ki Sarvata Bhaktivinoda Ki Gopavanandi all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, glorious to Srila Prabhupada. May I have a cushion to put under my left knee, please? So I have some problem with my left knee. It got broken, so I have to support it. So welcome to the Bhagavatam class. When Lord Chaitanya was talking with Ramananda Roy in South India, Ramananda Roy was the governor of the state of Madras, and he was considered a Shudra, low-class person. But still he was the governor, and Lord Chaitanya was considered a very high-class, top-class Brahmin, sannyasi, everything. So Lord Chaitanya asked Ramananda Roy, please, can you give me some instructions on the science of Krishna consciousness? And then Ramananda Roy, Ray Ramananda, he was hesitating. What is this? How can I give Lord Chaitanya instructions? He's a high-class Brahmin. I'm a pounds and shillings and pence. I'm a married man. I'm a householder. I'm governor of Madras. I'm from a Kayasta family, like considered Shudra. So Lord Chaitanya said, no. Kipa vipra kripa nyasi Shudra kanenai. Ye Krishna Tattva Veta, say Guru Hai. So that means keep a vipra, whether you're a Brahmin, keep a vipra kapnasi, whether you're a sannyasi, renounce order, keep a vipra kapnasi, whether you're Shudra, if you know the science of Krishna, ye Krishna Tattva Veta, you know, you are Guru. You can be Guru. You can be Guru. So our movement is on that principle. And the Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita is science of God. It's a time all over the world for the leaders to put two and two together and understand that these different faiths Christian, Hindu, Muslim, all, it's creating a big problem. It's like saying, oh, there's only French chemistry, and your German chemistry is useless, your Indian chemistry is useless, there's only French chemistry. Who will tolerate that? If somebody says, there's only American mathematics. Is that ridiculous? That's not ridiculous. 2 and 2 equals 4 anywhere. It's a science. Science of mathematics, science of chemistry, science of... So why not a science of God? It makes sense. Well, we're fighting, because out of ignorance, my faith is right, your faith is wrong, So what's behind it? What's the science behind it? How do we understand it? This is the point of Krishna consciousness. It's a very important movement. It's supposed to bring peace in the world. People even say, Allah is different from Krishna and Krishna is different from Christ. They're completely bewildered. It's like saying, this Australian sun, not New Zealand sun. Isn't that crazy? So we're living in a crazy world. People are in ignorance, up to their necks, up to their eyes actually. So we have to give them vision. So this is what Prabhupada's movement, we offer respectful visions to the spiritual master who has opened our eyes to the torchlight of knowledge. This is the movement. It's not just a monastery for satisfying our own space outs. So we're reading today more of the Science of God in the book called Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto. This chapter is called Chanting the Song sung by Lord Śiva. So there are many prayers here. There's also some action. So let's see what's happening today. There's a regular class in ISKCON temples all over the world. In the morning you can attend. It's free, and you can gradually learn the science of God by coming to these classes. So Srimad Bhagavatam means a beautiful story of the personality of Godhead. That's what makes it unique, because it's presenting the personality of Godhead. Generally in our different faiths, whether we're Mormon or whether we're Christian or Hindu or Muslim, we think, well, God is impersonal. He doesn't have a form, he doesn't have a place where he lives, he doesn't have relatives and friends, he doesn't have qualities, he doesn't have words, he doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep, like that. And one faith accuses another faith, oh, you have a form of God, therefore you're a demon. And then another faith that says, oh, no. They all have speculations. So anyway, we're going to hear the song sung by Lord Śiva, who is one of the demigods. This is interesting, demigods. That there are personalities who are like gods, but they're still servants of God. In the Hindu faith, and even in Christianity, there are cherubims and seraphims and archangels, and I think even in Islam there's Archangel Gabriel. So that in the Vedic scriptures, the demigods, they control different things. In in the material world, and they have functions, fire function, weather function, water function, just like in Sydney, there's an office of, in Australia there's an educational ministry, there's Ministry of Law and Order, Home Office, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Traffic. So in the universe there's also great personalities who are qualified. They give him responsibility. And Lord Śiva, he's given control of the mode of ignorance, and people in the mode of ignorance, and also destruction. Wherever you see destruction, then Lord Śiva is involved. Because there's a demigod of creation also, and then there's a demigod of maintenance, Vishnu. So it's well organized, very well organized. There's so many things are going on, and not just by chance. So this these prayers about sung by Lord Śiva to the Prachetas. Okay. Which verse, please? Which chapter? Verse? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Idam ya kalya uttaya pranjali chadayanvita shinuyat Shrabayan Matyo Muchyate Karmabandhana Idam Yakalya Uttaya Prajanali Chadayan Vita Shinuyat Shrabayan Macho Muchyate Karmabandhana Idam Yakalya Uttaya Prajanli Shadayan Vitaha Shinuvach Chavayan Matyo Muchyate Karma Bandhana. Sorry. Muchyate Karma Bandhanai. Utaya Travayan Matyo Muchyate Karma Bandhana. Mataji, please. Idam, this prayer, Yaha, a devotee who, Kalye, early in the morning, Utayam, after getting up from bed, Pranjali, with folded hands, Shradaya, with faith and devotion, Anvita, thus being absorbed, Srinuyat, personally chants and hears, Shravayet, and gets others to hear, Macha, such a human being, Muchate, becomes freed, Karma bandhanaha, from all kinds of actions, resulting from fruitive activities. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Chanaravinda Bhaktivinoda Swami. This confounded try His Divine Grace, Abhay Chanaravinda Bhaktivinoda Swami. Srila Prabhupada Ki. A devotee who rises early in the morning and with folded hands chants these prayers sung by Lord Śiva and gives facility to others to hear them, certainly becomes free from all bondage to fruitive activities. Please repeat. A devotee who rises early in the morning and with folded hands chants these prayers sung by Lord Śiva and gives facility to others to hear them, certainly becomes free from all bondage to fruitive activities. Mukti, purport. Mukti or liberation means becoming free from the results of fruitive activities. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 2.10.6, Mukti hitvan yata rupam. Mukti means giving up all other activities and being situated in one's constitutional position, swarupena vyavasiti. In this conditioned old state, we are entangled by one fruitive activity after another. Kama bandhana means the bonds of fruitive activity. As long as one's mind is absorbed in fruitive activities, he has to manufacture plans for happiness. The Bhakti Yoga process is different. For Bhakti Yoga means acting according to the order of the Supreme Authority. When we act under the direction of the Supreme Authority, we do not become entangled by fruitive results. For instance, Arjuna fought because the Supreme Personality of Godhead wanted him to. Therefore, he was not responsible for the outcome of the fighting. I'll repeat that sentence again. For instance, Arjuna fought because the Supreme Personality of Godhead wanted him to. Therefore, he was not responsible for the outcome of the fighting. As far as devotional service is concerned, even hearing and chanting is as good as acting with our body, mind, and senses. Actually, hearing and chanting are also activities of the senses. When the senses are utilized for one's own sense gratification, they entangle one in karma. But when they are used for the satisfaction of the Lord, they establish one in bhakti. So this is the end of the chapter. So that's why we're going to chant the last verse through. I'll just chant it quickly. Gitam mayedam naradeva nandana parasya pumsa paramatmana stavam japanta chagra diyas tapo mahat charadvam ante tata apshatepshitam. My dear sons of the King, the prayers I have recited to you are meant for pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Super Soul. I advise you to recite these prayers, which are as effective as great austerities. In this way, when you are mature, your life will be successful and you will certainly achieve all your desired objectives without fail. Please repeat. My dear sons of the King, the prayers I have recited to you are meant for pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Super Soul. I advise you to recite these prayers, which are as effective as great austerities. In this way, when you are mature, your life will be successful and you will certainly achieve all your desired objectives without fail. Purport. If we persistently engage in devotional service, certainly all our desires will be fulfilled in due course of time. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 4th canto, 24th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Chanting the Song Sung by Lord Śiva. Well, what time does this class finish? Huh? Okay. 78 verses. What about reading all the translations from the beginning? What do you think? At least it's one day we can chant the prayers of sung by Lord Śiva early in the morning. What do you think? Not the Sanskrit, just a translation. What do you think? Any good idea or not? Huh? You can what? It's the morning. I'm just saying, and then, we've just, at the end we're hearing that these songs, but, when was the last time we read them all from the beginning? Does anyone read these right from the beginning, every morning? Yeah, well, I'm just making a suggestion. Why don't we just read the prayers of Lord Śiva the whole chapter. What do you reckon? Good? Yeah? Any objection? We got half an hour. It'll probably cover it. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to do it. we have to read the purport. It's exciting, you know. Who's ever done this in Australia? This is down under here. Who's ever done it in the Bhagavatam class? There's always a first time. I'm going back now. 58. Woo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Don't go, don't leave, Mataji. We're going to hear the song sung by Lord Śiva. Do you good, it'll be good for you. It's good for everyone. Good for everyone, good for everyone, everyone. Good for everyone, good for everyone. Good for everyone, good for everyone. Yeah? Which one? 36, okay. 26. Well, let's have the context too. I mean, how is he's reciting these prayers? I want to know, you know. I like to revise. I don't have the whole Bhagavatam in my brain. Let's have a little relaxation. If you're falling asleep, you can stand up. If someone's falling asleep, you can kick them. I'll give them a glass of water. Okay, I'm getting to 20 now. Let's have the context. Haribol, 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 Haribol. You know Haribol? What is it Haribol short for? Why do we say Haribol? Prabhupada says it's a shortcut for the Hare Krishna mantra. Shortcut for the Hare Krishna mantra. In one word, just say Haribol. You can do your 16 rounds, Haribol, Haribol. Okay. Here we go. The great sage Maitreya continued. Vishitasva, the eldest son of Maharaj Prithu, who had a reputation like his father's, became emperor and gave his younger brothers different directions of the well to govern, for he was very affectionate toward his brothers. Maharaj Vijitasva offered the eastern part of the well to his brother Haryaksha, the southern part to Dharmakesha, the western part to Vrika, and the northern part to Dravina. Formerly, Maharaj Vijitasva pleased the king of heaven, Indra, and from him received the title Antardana. His wife's name was Shikandini, and by her he begot 3 good sons. The 3 sons of Maharaj Antardana were named Pavaka, Pavamana, and Suchi. Formerly, these 3 personalities were the demigods of fire, but due to the curse of the great sage Vasishtha, they became the sons of Maharaj Antardana. As such, they were as powerful as the fire gods, and they attained the destination of mystic yoga power, being again situated as the demigods of fire. Maharaj Antardana had another wife named Nabaswati, and by her he was happy to beget another son named Havidana. Since Maharaj Antardana was very liberal, he did not kill Indra, while the demigod was stealing his father's horse at the sacrifice. Whenever Antardana, the supreme royal power, had to exact taxes, punish his citizens, or fine them severely, he was not willing to do so. Consequently, he retired from the execution of such duties and engaged himself in the performance of different sacrifices. Everyone okay with my voice? Although Maharaj Antardana was engaged in performing sacrifices, because he was a self-realized soul, he very intelligently rendered devotional service to the Lord, who eradicates all the fears of his devotees. By thus worshipping the Supreme Lord, Maharaj Antardana, wrapped in ecstasy, attained his planet very easily. Havidana, the son of Maharaj Antardana, had a wife named Havidani, who gave birth to 6 sons named Bahishat, Gaya, Shukla, Krishna, Satya, and Jitashata. The great sage Maitreya continued, "My dear Vidura, Havidana's very powerful son named Bahishat was very expert in performing various kinds of fruitive sacrifices, and he was also expert in the practice of mystic yoga. By his great qualifications, he became known as Prajapati." Maharaj Bahishat executed many sacrifices all over the world. He scattered kusha grasses and kept the tops of the grasses pointed eastward. Maharaj Bahishat, henceforward known as Prachini Bahai, was ordered by the supreme demigod Lord Brahma to marry the daughter of the ocean named Shatadruti. Her bodily features were completely beautiful, and she was very young. She was decorated with the proper garments, and when she came into the marriage arena and began circumambulating it, the fire god Agni became so attracted to her that he desired her company, exactly as he had formerly desired to enjoy Shuki. When Satadruti was thus being married, the demons, the denizens of Gandharva Loka, the great sages and the denizens of Siddhaloka, the earthly planets and Nagaloka, although highly exalted, were all captivated by the tinkling of her ankle bells. King Prachinabhahi begot 10 children in the womb of Shatadruti. All of them were equally endowed with religiosity, and all of them were known as the Prachetas. When all these Prachetas were ordered by their father to marry and beget children, they all entered the ocean and practiced austerities and penances for 10,000 years. Thus they worshipped the master of all austerity, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When all the sons of Prachinabhahi left home to execute austerities, they met Lord Śiva, who, out of great mercy, instructed them about the absolute truth. All the sons of Prachinabhahi meditated upon the instructions, chanting and worshipping them with great care and attention. 16. Vidura asked Maitreya, "My dear Brahmin, why did the Prachetas meet Lord Śiva on the way? Please tell me how the meeting happened, how Lord Śiva became very pleased with them, and how he instructed them. Certainly such talks are important, and I wish that you please be merciful upon me and describe them." The great sage Vidura continued, O best of the Brahmanas, it is very difficult for living entities engaged within the material body to have personal contact with Lord Śiva. Even great sages who have no material attachments do not contact him, despite their always being absorbed in meditation to attain his personal contact. Lord Śiva, the most powerful demigod, second only to Lord Vishnu, is self-sufficient. Although he has nothing to aspire for in the material world, for the benefit of those in the material world, he is always busily engaged everywhere and is accompanied by his dangerous energies like Goddess Kali and Goddess Durga. Dangerous energies. Text 19. The great sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, because of their pious nature, all the sons of Prachinabhahi very seriously accepted the words of their father with heart and soul. And with these words on their heads, they went toward the west to execute their father's order. While traveling, the Prachetas happened to see a great reservoir of water, which seemed almost as big as the ocean. The water of this lake was so calm and quiet that it seemed like the mind of a great soul. And its inhabitants, the aquatics, appeared very peaceful and happy to be under the protection of such a watery reservoir. This is the story. In that great lake, there were different types of lotus flowers. Some of them were bluish, some of them were red, some of them grew at night, some in the day, and some, like the Indivara lotus flower, in the evening. Combined together, the lotus flowers filled the lake so full that the lake appeared to be a great mine of such flowers. Consequently, on the shores, there were swans and cranes, chakravaka, karnadava, and other beautiful water birds standing about. There were various trees and creepers on all sides of the lake, and there were mad bumblebees humming all about them. The trees appeared to be very jolly due to the sweet humming of the bumblebees, and the saffron which was contained in the lotus flowers was being thrown into the air. These all created such an atmosphere that it appeared as though a festival was taking place there. The sons of the king became very much amazed when they heard vibrations from the various drums and kettledrums along with other orderly musical sounds pleasing to the ear. The Prachetas were fortunate to see Lord Śiva, the chief of the demigods, emerging from the water with his associates. His bodily luster was just like molten gold. His throat was bluish, and he had 3 eyes, which looked very mercifully upon his devotees. He was accompanied by many musicians who were glorifying him. As soon as Prachetas saw Lord Śiva, they immediately offered their obeisances in great amazement and fell down at the lotus feet of the Lord. Lord Śiva became very pleased with the Prachetas, because generally Lord Śiva is a protector of pious persons and persons of gentle behavior. Being very much pleased with the princes, he began to speak as follows. Lord Śiva said, You are all the sons of King Prachinabhahi, and I wish all good fortune to you. I also know what you are going to do, and therefore I am to you just to show my mercy upon you. Lord Śiva continued, any person who is surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the controller of everything, material nature as well as the living entity, is actually very dear to me. A person who executes his occupational duty properly for 100 births becomes qualified to occupy the post of Brahma. And if he becomes more qualified, he can approach Lord Śiva. A person who is directly surrendered to Lord Krishna or Vishnu in unalloyed devotional service is immediately promoted to the spiritual planets. Lord Śiva and other demigods attain these planets after the destruction of this material world. You are all devotees of the Lord, and as such, I appreciate that you are as respectable as the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. I know in this way that the devotees also respect me and that I am dear to them. Thus, no one can be as dear to the devotees as I am. Now I shall chant one mantra which is not only transcendental, pure and auspicious, but is the best prayer for anyone who is aspiring to attain the ultimate goal of life. When I chant this mantra, please hear it carefully and attentively. The great sage Maitreya continued, out of his causeless mercy, the exalted personality Lord Śiva, a great devotee of the Lord Narayan, continued to speak to the king's sons who were standing with folded hands. Lord Śiva addressed the Supreme Personality of Godhead with the following prayer. In this verse 33. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, all glory is unto you. You are the most exalted of all self-realized souls. Since you are always auspicious for the self-realized, I wish that you be auspicious for me. You are worshipable by virtue of the all-perfect instructions you give. You are the super soul, therefore. I offer my obeisance unto you as the supreme living being. Wow. My Lord, you are the origin of the creation by virtue of the lotus flower which sprouts from your navel. You are the supreme controller of the senses and the sense objects, and you are also the all-pervading Vasudeva. You are most peaceful, and because of your self-illuminated existence, you are not disturbed by the 6 kinds of transformations. 35. My dear Lord, you are the origin of the subtle material ingredients, the master of all integration as well as the master of all disintegration, the predominating deity named Sankarshan, and the master of all intelligence known as the predominating deity Pradyumna. Therefore I offer my respectful obeisance unto you. My Lord, as the supreme directing deity known as Aniruddha, you are the master of the senses and the mind. I therefore offer my obeisance unto you again and again. You are known as Ananta as well as Sankarshan because of your ability to destroy the whole creation by the blazing fire from your mouth. My Lord, O Aniruddha, You are the authority by which the doors, my Lord, O Aniruddha, you are the authority by which the doors, My Lord, O Aniruddha, you are the authority by which the doors of the higher planetary systems and liberation are opened. You are always within the pure heart of the living entity. Therefore I offer my obeisances unto you. You are the possessor of semen, which is like gold, and thus in the form of fire you help the Vedic sacrifices, beginning with Chaturhotra. Therefore I offer my obeisances unto you. My Lord, you are the provider of the Pitri-lokas as well as all the demigods. You are the predominating deity of the moon and the master of all three Vedas. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you because you are the original source of satisfaction for all living entities. My dear Lord, you are the gigantic universal form which contains all the individual bodies of the living entities. You are the maintainer of the three worlds, and as such, you maintain the mind, senses, body, and air of life within them. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. My dear Lord, by expanding your transcendental vibrations, you reveal the actual meaning of everything. You are the all-pervading sky within and without, and you are the ultimate goal of pious activities executed both within this material world and beyond it. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances again and again unto you. What do you want? My dear Lord, you are the viewer of the results of pious activities. Your inclination, disinclination, and the resultant activities. You are the cause of the miserable conditions of life caused by irreligion, and therefore you are death. I offer you my respectful obeisances. Wow. You are death. My dear Lord, you are the topmost of all bestowers of all benediction, the oldest and supreme enjoyer amongst all enjoyers. You are the master of all the world's metaphysical philosophy, for you are the supreme cause of all causes, Lord Krishna. You are the greatest of all religious principles, the supreme mind, and you have a brain which is never checked by any condition. Therefore I repeatedly offer my obeisances unto you. Wow. (43) My dear Lord, you are the supreme controller of the worker, sense activities, and results of sense activities, karma. Therefore you are the controller of the body, mind, and senses. You are also the supreme controller of egotism, known as Rudra. You are the source of knowledge and the activities of the Vedic injunctions. My dear Lord, I wish to see you exactly in the form that your very dear devotees worship. You have many other forms, but I wish to see your form that is especially liked by the devotees. Please be merciful upon me and show me that form, for only that form worshipped by the devotees can perfectly satisfy all the demands of the senses. The Lord's beauty resembles a dark cloud during the rainy season. As the rainfall glistens, his bodily features also glisten. Indeed, he is the sum total of all beauty. The Lord has 4 arms and exquisitely beautiful face with eyes like lotus petals, a beautiful highly raised nose, a mind-attracting smile, a beautiful forehead, and equally beautiful and fully decorated ears. Text 47 and 48. The Lord is super excellently beautiful on account of his open and merciful smile and his sidelong glance upon his devotees. His black hair is curling, and his garments, waving in the wind, appear like flying saffron pollen from lotus flowers. His glittering earrings, shining helmet, bangles, garland, ankle bells, waist belt, and various other bodily ornaments, combined with conch shell, disc club, and lotus flower, to increase the natural beauty of the Kaustubha pearl on his chest. The Lord has shoulders just like a lion's. Upon those shoulders are garlands, necklaces, and epaulets. And all these are always glittering. Besides these, there is the beauty of the Kaustubha mani pearl, and on the dark chest of the Lord there are streaks named Srivatsa, which are signs of the goddess of fortune. The glittering of these streaks excels the beauty of the golden streaks on a gold testing stone. Indeed, such beauty defeats a gold testing stone. The Lord's abdomen is beautiful due to 3 ripples in the flesh. Being so round, his abdomen resembles the leaf of a banyan tree. And when he exhales and inhales, the movement of the ripples appears very, very beautiful. The coils within the navel of the Lord are so deep that it appears that the entire universe sprouted out of it, and yet again wishes to go back. The lower part of the Lord's waist is dark and covered with yellow garments, and a belt bedecked with golden embroidery work. His symmetrical lotus feet and the calves, thighs, and joints of his legs are extraordinarily beautiful. Indeed, the Lord's entire body appears to be well built. My dear Lord, your 2 lotus feet are so beautiful that they appear like 2 blossoming petals of the lotus flower which grows during the autumn season. Indeed, the nails of your lotus feet emanate with a great effulgence that they immediately dissipate all the darkness in the heart of a conditioned soul. My dear Lord, kindly show me that form of yours which always dissipates all kinds of darkness in the heart of a devotee. My dear Lord, you are the supreme spiritual master of everyone. Therefore, all conditioned souls covered with the darkness of ignorance can be enlightened by you as the spiritual master. Text 53. My dear Lord, those who desire to purify their existence must always engage in meditation upon your lotus feet, as described above. Those who are serious about executing their occupational duties and who want freedom from fear must take to this process of bhakti yoga. My dear Lord, the king in charge of the heavenly kingdom is also desirous of obtaining the ultimate goal of life, devotional service. Similarly, you are the ultimate destination of those who identify themselves with you. Aham Brahmasmi. However, it is very difficult for them to attain you, whereas a devotee can very easily attain your lordship. My dear Lord, pure devotional service is even difficult for liberated persons to discharge, but devotional service alone can satisfy you. Who will take to other processes of self-realization if he is actually serious about the perfection of life? Simply by expansion of his eyebrows, invincible time personified can immediately vanquish the entire universe. I'll say it again. Simply by expansion of his eyebrows, invincible time personified can immediately vanquish the entire universe. However, formidable time does not approach the devotee who has taken complete shelter at your lotus feet. Wow. If one by chance associates with a devotee, even for a fraction of a moment, he no longer is subject to attraction by the results of karma or jnana. What interest then can he have in the benedictions of the demigods who are subject to the laws of birth and death? My dear Lord, your lotus feet are the cause of all auspicious things and the destroyer of all the contamination of sin. I therefore beg your Lordship to bless me by the association of your devotees who are completely purified by worshipping your lotus feet and who are so merciful upon the conditioned souls. I think that your real benediction will be to allow me to associate with such devotees. 59. The devotee whose heart has been completely cleansed by the process of devotional service and who is favored by Bhakti Devi does not become bewildered by the external energy, which is just like a dark well. Being completely cleansed of all material contamination in this way, a devotee is able to understand very happily your name, fame, form, activities, etc. My dear Lord, the impersonal Brahman spreads everywhere like the sunshine or the sky. And that impersonal Brahman, which spreads throughout the universe and in which the entire universe is manifested, is you. My dear Lord, you have manifested, my dear Lord, you have manifold energies, and these energies are manifested in manifold forms. With such energies, you have also created this cosmic manifestation, and although you maintain it as if it were permanent, you ultimately annihilate it. Although you are never disturbed by such changes and alterations, the living entities are disturbed by them, and therefore they find the cosmic manifestation to be different or separated from you. My Lord, you are always independent, and I can clearly see this fact. 62. My dear Lord, your universal form consists of all five elements: the senses, mind, intelligence, false ego, which is material, and the Paramatma, your partial expansion, who is the director of everything. Yogis other than the devotee, namely the Karma Yogi and Jnana Yogi, worship you by their respective actions in their respective positions. It is stated both in the Vedas and in the Shastras that you are corollaries of the Vedas. It is stated both in the Vedas and in the Shastras that are corollaries of the Vedas, and indeed everywhere, that it is only you who are to be worshipped. That is the expert version of all the Vedas. My dear Lord, you are the only Supreme Person, the cause of all causes. Before the creation of this material world, your material energy remains in a dormant condition. When your material energy is agitated, the three qualities, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance, act. And as a result, the total material energy, egotism, ether, air, fire, water, earth, and all the various demigods and saintly persons becomes manifest. Thus the material world is created. (64) My dear Lord, after creating by your own potencies, you enter within the creation in four kinds of forms. Being within the hearts of the living entities, you know them and you know how they are enjoying their senses. The so-called happiness of this material creation is exactly like the bee's enjoyment of honey after it has been collected in the honeycomb. My dear Lord, your absolute authority cannot be directly experienced, but one can guess by seeing the activities of the world that everything is being destroyed in due course of time. The force of time is very strong, and everything is being destroyed by something else, just as one animal is being eaten by another animal. Time scatters everything, exactly as the wind scatters clouds in the sky. My dear Lord, all living entities within this material world are mad after planning for things, and they are always busy with the desire to do this or that. This is due to uncontrollable greed. The greed for material enjoyment is always existing in the living entity, but your Lordship is always alert, and in the due course of time, you strike him, just as the snake seizes a mouse and very easily swallows him. Wow. This is due, I repeat that. This is due to uncontrollable greed. The greed for material enjoyment is always existing in the living entities, but your Lordship is always alert, and in due course of time you strike him, just as a snake seizes a mouse and very easily swallows him. (67) My dear Lord, any learned person knows that unless he worships you, his entire life is spoiled. Knowing this, how could he give up worshipping your lotus feet? Even our father and spiritual master, Lord Brahma, unhesitatingly worship you, and the 14 Manos followed in his footsteps. My dear Lord, all actually learned persons know you are the Supreme Brahman and the Super Soul. Although the entire universe is afraid of Lord Rudra, who ultimately annihilates everything, for the learned devotees, you are the fearless destination of all. 69. My dear sons of the King, Prachetas, just execute your occupational duty as kings with a pure heart. Just chant this prayer, fixing your mind on the lotus feet of the Lord. That will bring you all good fortune, for the Lord will be very much pleased with you. Therefore, O sons of the King, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, is situated in everyone's heart. He is also within your hearts. Therefore, chant the glories of the Lord and always meditate upon Him continuously. Text 71. My dear princes, in the form of a prayer, I have delineated the yoga system of chanting the holy name. All of you should take this important stotra within your minds and promise to keep it in order to become great sages. By acting silently like a great sage and by giving attention and reverence, you should practice this method. This prayer was first spoken to us by Lord Brahma, the master of all creatures, creators. This prayer was first spoken to us by Lord Brahma, the master of all creators. The creators, headed by Bhrigu, were instructed in these prayers because they wanted to create. When all the Prajapatis were ordered to create by Lord Brahma, we chanted these prayers in praise of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and became completely free from all ignorance. Thus we were able to create different types of living entities. Text 74. A devotee of Lord Krishna whose mind is always absorbed in Him, who with great attention and reverence chants this stotra prayer, will achieve the greatest perfection of life without delay. In this material world, there are different types of achievement, but of all of them, the achievement of knowledge is considered to be the highest because one can cross the ocean of nescience only on the boat of knowledge. Otherwise, the ocean is impassable. Text 76. Although rendering devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and worshipping Him are very difficult, if one vibrates or simply reads this stotra prayer, composed and sung by me, he will very easily be able to invoke the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. 77. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the dearmost object of all auspicious benedictions. A human being who sings this song sung by me can please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a devotee, being fixed in the Lord's devotional service, can acquire whatever he wants from the Supreme Lord. Finally, 78. A devotee who rises early in the morning and with folded hands chants these prayers sung. We should all fold our hands. Fold your hands, everyone, please. A devotee who rises early in the morning and with folded hands chants these prayers sung by Lord Śiva and gives facility to others to hear them certainly becomes free from all bondage of fruitive activities. Oh, one more, 79. My dear sons of the King, the prayers I have recited to you are meant for pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Super Soul. I advise you to recite these prayers, which are as effective as great austerities. In this way, when you are mature, your life will be successful and you will certainly achieve all your destination, desired objectives without fail. Woo. Lord Śiva ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. We did it. Amazing, huh? So a lot of amazing descriptions of the Lord. So what next? Prasanam? Yeah. I think the projectors, they must have, in those days they could just remember all the prayers, right? I mean, we can hardly remember Hare Krishna 16 words. But they were able to remember all those prayers in Sanskrit for the whole life. It's amazing, no? Shrutidhar means once. Lord Chaitanya was also Shrutidhar. Means once you hear, you remember. It's like a recording. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was also like that. You like 100% recall. So they were, in those days, able to remember. Nowadays our memory is very bad. Yeah. So therefore Lord Chaitanya is giving an easy way. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. What's that? What's that? Hare Ram Krishna, Krishna Ram. When you're on the street sometimes, can you say Hare Krishna? Hare Krishna Ram. They get it all mixed up. Right? Many people get it mixed up. Even, Hindus, they're supposed to know it. Hare Ram, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. It's like something's better than nothing. Yeah. Prabhupada said something's better than nothing. One time in Bombay, I always remember this, Prabhupada was on a morning walk, and this schoolgirl, schoolgirl's innocent, and she didn't know there was big sannyasis and conversations going on. Prabhupada, we at the morning assembly in our school, we chant some hymns to Lord Jesus. Is that all right? She came running up to Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, something is better than nothing. Yeah. Definitely something's better than nothing. But we want to give more and more nectar to him, so that everyone is fully satisfied. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Bande Krishna Nanda Kumara. Bande Krishna Nanda Kumara. Nanda Kumara Madana Gopala.